Welcome to Parks Herbal Clinic and Research Laboratories, located inside the St. Benedictine Monastery, Ewu, the home of herbal medicine in Edo State, Nigeria, with the aim of providing alternative herbal medicine to the large number of people requiring medical treatment in the community where there was none. The center is situated on the hilltop of Ewu community, surrounded by vegetation, palm trees, and a serene nature suitable for holistic healing and well-being of the human body. Parks Herbal Clinic is the foremost Nigerian alternative medicine manufacturing company, founded by Dr. Adodo Anslem in 1996 at Ewu Monastery. From a very humble beginning with a wooden clinic building housing both consultation room, storage, and administration.
Welcome to Parks Herbal Clinic and Research Laboratories, located in Edo State, Midwest, Nigeria. Parks Herbal started here in nature, in the middle of the forest, in harmony with the trees. That is where Parks Herbal started. Surprising, is it not? Because people are used to looking at a factory, a production company as being made up of gigantic production factories, machines, laboratories. We do all that. But we need to remind ourselves that we must retain the connection with the root, with the origin, with nature. So this is where it started. For us in Parks Herbal, it is very important that we retain this nature and to remind ourselves that the greens, the plants, the environment, they are an essential part of our existence because they produce the oxygen that keeps us alive anyway, and we must always keep this in mind. So Parks Herbal started here in the forest, where we try to maintain a connection between human health and nature, the plants and the environment. So among the local community in Ewu, in Edo State, we encourage them to tap into the natural resources among them for the management of their own health and well-being. The healing properties in these plants are used by the local community to promote their health and well-being, while also using that to improve their own economic standing. That is what Parks Herbal is about.
However, it has over the years grown into a world-class center for herbal medicine and research laboratories, with students from all over Nigeria and other African countries visiting for research purposes.
Okay, my name is Dr. Ikpefan Emmanuel Oise. I'm the lecturer in charge and the acting head of department of the Department of Pharmacognosy and Traditional Medicine, Faculty of Pharmacy, Delta State University, Abraka. This visit is an annual visit. We normally come here every year to make our students feel more practical views of the area of traditional medicine, because we normally teach them the theory aspect of the course. So we feel them coming here, they will learn more on the practical aspects, like how the drugs are being produced and the process that are involved in the production of herbal medicine.
It was established as a Catholic center for scientific cultivation, promotion, development, and proper utilization of African medicine with the following objectives: to serve as a center for genuine African holistic healing that blends the physical and the spiritual aspect of the human person; to serve as a research center for scientific identification, conservation, utilization, and development of African medicinal plants; to become a model comprehensive healthcare center where the Western stroke Orthodox and traditional systems of healing are creatively blended. To this effect, Parks has made unprecedented efforts in correcting the negative attitudes of African Christians towards African medicine and promoted a sense of pride in African medicine.
This is one of our consulting rooms, and what we do in Park Saba is that when a patient comes with complaints, different complaints based on the environment, mostly we have complaints of malaria, typhoid, diabetes, hypertension, a lot of cancer, an increase in cancer incidences now. So we guide them to try to find out the cause of the sickness. So we have a diagnostic laboratory here, well equipped, where we try to combine the orthodox method of diagnosis with the traditional way of diagnosis from counseling, so that we can arrive at a good judgment of what the problem is. Because we know that it's not just about physical medical causes. We have environmental causes, we have societal causes. So it's very important that we have this integral view of diseases.
The center adopted a science-based approach to its traditional African medicine brand of alternative medicine by establishing 3 sets of science laboratories for its operations.
Apart from the quality assurance of the Park Saba products, we are saddled with 4 major activities in research laboratory. Number 1, we are into compound isolation and purification. We all know the major difference between orthodox and EBA lies in the purity. As for orthodox, you can have a pure compound, say anti-malaria quinine, but in EBA, you can have thousands of constituents in one anti-malaria drug. So we can isolate and purify such compounds that are responsible for this anti-malaria activity. Secondly, we are into biological efficacy testing. Seldomly, we do test the potency of our drug, say diabetic drug, for instance. We check whether it's still working as it's supposed to be. We do this by inducing diabetics in animal and try to treat such infected rats with our drug, and normally with a controlled drug anyway.
Here in Park Saba, I work as a consultant, and this I have done for many years. And from experience, I can tell you categorically clear that there is this saying, they say that we care, but God cures. Here we administer medication according to the diagnosis we made, and then we give medicine, and the patient or client goes with it. But first of all, when a patient arrives, we welcome the patient, and this is an act of hospitality. And hospitality is one of the serious spiritual this we know. Not only offering him or her hospitality, we listen to the person. And the act of listening to somebody is a big spiritual, has a spiritual dimension of it. When we listen to the person, by mere giving a listening ear, is somehow therapeutic. And listening doesn't serve only as a physical something, but is also an act of spiritual disposition. People get relaxed, people get happy when you listen to them. And then having the awareness of where they are, they have that hope that things will be well. Sometimes some patients will ask for prayers here. Sometimes they will ask even for blessings. Sometimes, because of the serenity of the environment, you see them coming back to themselves sometimes they say, how many people are here? And when you try to let them know that up to 100 and persons, human beings, are here, it is difficult for them to believe because of the silence. So all these, you see that we lead the person gradually to the consciousness of a supreme being. So, not only that, even when you give the medication and the person goes, he has that confidence because the environment here already spells out the spiritual dimension of where he got his or her medication. And then you will see the person going home with confidence and hope that all will be well.
Parks Herbals is an authentic and fully indigenous exogenous enterprise that focuses on the scientific cultivation, identification, promotion and development of African herbal medicine from a flourishing health and business enterprise within a particular local community. Parks Herbal is actively activating the local communities to become an integral community with a flourishing agro-business, which allows all families in the local community to engage in profitable cultivation of foodstuffs, medicinal plants, and other cash crops, which return the fortune of the village into an economic hub.
My name is Elizabeth, a student of Ondo State University of Science and Technology. And my stay here, I've been able to learn so many things about plants that are used for drugs, like Jatropha coccus and Azadirachta indica, and so many other drugs. Soy plants that can be used to make herbal remedies. And also, I'm able to know so many things about the herbarium, even identify so many plants that I've not been able to do before. And also, it has also helped me to broaden my knowledge on different diversity of plant kingdoms and their various uses. So, Parks has been able to help me and also the community at large for sicknesses that even orthodox medicine can't cure. At least using herbal remedies, we can be able to cure them.
Parks Herbal has grown over the years to become an international center of research in herbal medicine, where students from all over the world visit for research and scientific purpose. Parks Herbal Clinic and Research Laboratories is one of the biggest, best equipped, best organized, and most modern herbal research centers in Africa, with quality control, microbiology, diagnostic and drug formulation laboratories that are comparable to any standard laboratories in any part of the world, and with over 33 of its herbal supplements already listed by NAFDAC.
I'm Kingsley Ezenwa, Quality Control Personnel with Parks Herbal Clinic and Research Laboratories. In quality control, we undertake the quality control and the quality assurance of the product manufactured in this organization very high esteem, because the quality of every product manufactured by any organization is the image of the organization. So how do we do this? We ensure that the raw materials being supplied in this organization and the ones being harvested in our garden, they are being evaluated, and in a guided principle of good manufacturing practice, because that's the key point for every product that is expected of being of a high quality. We ensure that these materials are evaluated up to the point of the final production. By this, we are ensuring that not only that the products are of quality, but they are very much safe for human consumption. We do some microbial evaluations to ensure that the products are not in any way containing some pathogenic microorganisms like Escherichia coli, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Salmonella, Shigella, and molds and yeast. These are the quality checks that are being done in this, in all of these are products, in order to ensure that all the product manufactured here are safe and of high quality.
Parks Herbals has justifiably been described as the front runner of an emergent medical cultural revolution in Africa. Parks Herbals believes that health does not refer to just an absence of pain or diseases, but harmony of body, mind, and spirit. Therefore, only a holistic approach to health and well-being can provide lasting solution to human sickness. We continue the journey by monitoring how the finished products interact with the society, the reactions as well as the counter-reactions.
Alhaji Abdulrasak Yusufuli Sesele Ojefo III, the Onoja of Ego. The St. Benedicta Monastery, as we are aware, is an offshoot of the Glasdine Abbey Monastery in Limerick, in Ireland, a place I have personally visited twice. The monastery came to Ego over 40 years ago. That was during the time of my grandfather, when he was the traditional ruler of Ego Kingdom. I've been on the throne now for over 23 years, close to 24 years. And the sighting of the monastery in Ego, or their coming to Ego, has been a blessing to this kingdom. They are a religious organization which we are all aware of, the Catholic faith. When they came to Ego, they came purely as a religious organization, as a monastery of the St. Benedictine Monastery. And over the years, they have transformed the place. And when I mean transformation in this sense, I mean in terms of economical and religiously and otherwise. They started with some produce or some products. I can say produce and product because they are both finished product and agricultural produce as well. You know, they have been able to transform the place into a tourist attraction that wherever you go to in this country and even beyond, the produce from St. Benedicta Monastery are about the best. They have this relationship with the community, a very cordial relationship with the community, with the palace, and with the people from Ego. I want to believe that is why, as far as I'm concerned, since I became the Onoja of Ego, and I think since they came to Ego, they've never had any confrontation with the community. We've never had any problem with them. They understand us. Ego Kingdom is a multi-religious organization. We have adherents of Islam, Christianity, and the African traditional worshippers. But we all cohabit in love. We live together. we love we love ourselves. And the monastery, and when they came in, they practiced what I will call, I don't know the term to use now, a situation where we are all brought in together. They don't discriminate. Whether you're a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are an African worshipper. You can go to the monastery, you see the workers. Some of them are even discriminated from outside Egu. Some of them are from Agbede, some are from Iroa, some are from Uromi. You know, it has been a blessing since they are coming to Egu, and we are happy with that. Though there are areas of improvement and all that, but we are generally, the community is happy. They have given out scholarship to people. They have given out grants to market women. They have given out a lot to the community. And I'm happy with them as the traditional ruler of Egu Kingdom.
At Pax Herbers, we believe in the theory of communitalism, where interconnectedness of knowledge and action states that knowledge is only complete and liberating when it is a combination of Pax Natural, Pax Spiritus, Pax Scienta, and Pax Economia.
Lots of people do ask what is our model of business and enterprise, and the answer is yes, we have a model of a business and enterprise in Pax Saba, and it is based on what I call the theory of communitalism, which we have described here. It is an African model of economic development where we try to conceive of an alternative to capitalism. Capitalism has done a lot of good in the world, but as we all know, it has a lot of weaknesses too. So how do we try to make up for the imbalances, the weaknesses of capitalism? So we came up with the theory of communitalism, which is that it is important to pay attention to the 4 dimensions of development. Community, what I call the spiritus, the spirit, the human spiritual consciousness, university, that is systems, technology, innovation, and then of course the economia, which is the importance of having good business practices that is not just focused on profit. Profit, the primary goal of profit is to benefit the human person first, not just to benefit the individual, a few people. As we all are aware, the world is so divided into the few rich and the majority poor. So in Pax Saba, we believe that development must always go around in a circle and that we must never be stuck in one dimension. So,
I am Justin Osei, a Benedictine monk of St. Benedict Monastery, Ewu, Ishan. I'm responsible for the guest house. The guest house is a retreat house as well as a visit for welcome visitors that comes for various reasons. They come for retreat, they come for clinic, come to the clinic to take treatment, they come to visit the monks too. So in the guest house, we have 22 rooms that accommodate guests from various parts of the world. And most of the guests that come, they come in relation with the clinic. They come to get their healing. The guest house is a place of hospitality where we receive and accommodate guests from all walks of life as Christ. As St. Benedict said in the rule, welcome all guests as Christ. And this our hospitality is based on the scripture where Christ said, I'm a stranger, you welcome me. Guests come from all walks of life for different reasons, for different purposes. They come for retreat, they come for quiet time, they come in relation to the clinic to get their bodily and holistic healing.
Agnes, Ile Malu, Akpasa, I'm from Ewu. For the past 25 years now, I've been with the monastery. It's where I train all my children, build my papa house, because I lost my father on time. Every good thing I do in my life is from monastery. I am still with them today. I'm still with them today, doing good thing in that place. They call me for good thing. Anytime they call me, I answer them for good thing. I answer them. They have never failed me, I've never failed them. I'm enjoying them in all ways.
At Pax Herbals, we'll believe that true and lasting progress is possible only when science and technology grow out of or based on an indigenous knowledge.
I am Michael Asogwa. I am in charge of supply. I'm in charge of the raw materials as well. I have been with the Pax Herbals since the beginning. And by God's grace, I continue working with them because it gives me a sort of joy. It makes me to realize that the earth is our common place. And the candle loses nothing in lighting others. And I follow the slogans of Pax, bringing health closer to the people. Seeing the joy of the people that supplies the raw material, we get the raw materials, and then from the raw material we transform it into a finished good. And from the finished good, we send it out through the distributors. Our lorry goes out at least to different parts of the country. We go to Enugu, we go to Aba, we go to Port Harcourt, we cover Owerri, we cover Onitsha, we cover Umuahia, Orlu, and all these southern zones. We have a depot in all these places. We supply them with our lorries. First week, we go to the east. Second week, we go to the western part, covering Lagos and Akure, Ibadan, Ekiti. Then the third week, we go to the north, covering Abuja, Minna, Lokoja. Then the fourth week, we supply the Benin, where we are. We create joy to the family. As they put it in Pidgin English, we put food on the table of those who don't have. For example, at this present moment, those in primary school are on holidays, and it's all of them join their parents to go to farm. Not that they like to go to farm, but they go with a polythene bag. Coming back, there are some leaves and some roots they have collected. They rush to the monastery. I know you people need this, especially philanthus.
Our other activities at Pax Herbals involves publication of research work in the natural, medical, and social sciences, community activation through the Association of Ewu Development and Educational Association, an independent self-governing body owned by local community in Ewu, Edo State, Nigeria. Development and the ongoing evaluation of the theory of communitalism, dissemination of integral research knowledge through a book series on innovation and transformation, annual/biannual international conferences on African knowledge systems, post-graduation degree programs on integral research and development, research and teaching partnership with universities and institutes worldwide. And to achieve its aims and objectives, Pax is in partnership with various institutes and government agencies, such as Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency, National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, National Institute for Cultural Orientation, National Council for Arts and Culture, Rubber Research Institute of Nigeria, National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Raw Materials Research and Development Council of Nigeria, Ambrose Ali University, AAU, Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi, and Nigeria Institute of Medical Research, amongst others. Pax Herbals, bringing health closer to the people.